Hey guys, what's up? I'm CTB Emotionless, you can call me Savage, and welcome to an episode of Comments and Thoughts. And this is about The Division. This is about whether or not if I think this will be a very successful game or it will be a failure. And in all honesty, this game is really fun. I've been playing the beta, and of course you're going to see some gameplay of the beta right here on your screen. I am trying to find some interesting gameplay, honestly. It's kind of a hit and miss. I'm just getting whatever I can. But anyway, let's get back into the subject of what I think this game. So I played with my friend and we finally found this game where all 5 of us can enjoy it. I'm not sure if there's a limitation of how many people you can have in your group or your little party thing. I don't know if there can only be 4. I haven't tried playing with 5 yet. I'm not sure if we can. We haven't all played at the same time, so hard to tell. But anywho, if it is possible, it'll finally be a game that all 5 of us can play together and actually just slay bodies, fuck bitches, get money, and do all that jazz, cookies and milk. So I'm actually hoping this game does a good job on the multiplayer and on the story that it is to give. Now I'm gonna start off by talking about the multiplayer, because when it comes to me, I'm a multiplayer kind of player. I prefer playing multiplayer games because I love playing with someone, and I find it really fun playing with friends because it's really funny and really dumb, and you know, we just a lot of stuff happens. We say funny stuff all the time to each other, and it's just a good time. And I'm not usually a kind of person who does campaign, but we'll talk about the campaign or what I expect from the campaign or what I'm hoping for. So when it comes to Division, so far the multiplayer is actually pretty cool. It has this thing called the Dark Zone where you can go rogue, which means you can start killing your teammates, your squad, if you start going in there with it and with all that jazz. And it can get really freaking hectic. It can just absolutely fuck your shit up, because I personally will never go rogue, probably because let's just say I have a tendency to have something come back to haunt me, and it's just not good. For example, I have a friend, she's pregnant, her name's Holland, and I just go saying, oh hey, I ask for attention, I just say, hey Holland, and then I ignore her after saying that. I purposely did. I did it just to get her attention and just not to say anything. And the second I did that, when I printed out something, I printed out the wrong thing, and I was like, wow, okay, that came back to haunt me real freaking quick. So I'm probably not gonna go rogue unless I'm with a bunch of randoms. If I'm with randoms, then ooh, maybe. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna know what they have on them first. I'm gonna know if they have anything worthwhile, and if they don't have anything worthwhile, then and that means shit, I can still probably kill them first. So this is like just all kind of preference. And speaking of that, that is actually crazy, because the Dark Zone, it makes you think really hard whether or not what you should bring into combat, what you should bring while going into the Dark Zone. It lets you, like, it makes you really think about it, like, okay, how badly do I actually need this item with me? Because if you die, you drop that and someone else can take it. So you start thinking, okay, how badly do I need this? And you decide whether or not you want to leave it or you want to take it with you. You start thinking like that. You start thinking, oh, do I really need this with me? Okay, what am I willing to keep with me and risk having, but will definitely help me out later in the future for this area? And that means, hey, if you're gonna bring something pretty high, you better be freaking big balls, deep 69 in that shit, because if you get killed and it gets dropped and someone takes it, your ass is going to be bitching about it. That's just a natural thing. That's, you know, something that happens. And actually, I was playing the Dark Zone, and I actually got ambushed by a group, and I absolutely killed 2. I killed 2 of them, and then the third guy got me, and I was like, damn it. I was on a roll right there. I was slaying bodies, fucking bitches, getting money, and it was just really awesome. So it was just a good time. And so far, I love that Dark Zone, because sometimes if you go rogue and you're by yourself, I highly recommend going with a group, but you have to go with a group you trust completely. If you go in with like some group, like, you know, just some friends you just met, blah blah blah, you know, they're like, oh hey, you wanna fucking, you know, party up one day or something, and you know, you guys are just like kind of met each other, then I don't think you want to go in the Dark Zone with him. I don't trust him. Like, how do I know he's not just going to be a temp friend? Like, the moment he gets what he wants, he's out of here. He's like, all right, sweet. Killed him, took his shit, unfriending him, leaving, and then never see him again. And that is why I'm going with one of my best friends, because honestly, I can trust them 100%. I had that pause because I was thinking about all my friends real quick. Like, some of my best friends who I can trust. And yes, I can trust them 100%. I don't feel like they would attack me unless, I go rogue first or something like that. If I do that kind of shit first, then hey, by all means, hey, if I attack you first, you can just come at me. It's cool, that's my fault. So it's just really funny. It's a funny thought. Also, I love doing the missions. I love doing the multiplayer missions because it's kind of cool where we can actually be tactical. It's actually pretty awesome. For example, we go into this building. Actually, I'm gonna like cut to it and show you what happens. Good thing I recorded it. So pretty much we come into a building and I give the command saying, all right, we're gonna actually go in there sneaky. Someone throw a grenade in there and just cause like some chaos, and then we're gonna go in and just blaze them up. And it was just actually kind of cool to actually do something tactically. It was actually cool the fact that we actually used communication and teamwork, that we came up with a plan. And it was honestly first time I was like, fuck it. And then he's like, all right, here's the plan. I was like, fuck it. And I just ran out there and I just shot up anything. And it was probably not a good idea, but I did it anyway. I didn't die. I almost died, I think, but whatever. Shit happens. So after all that, it was just nice being able to play tactically after a while. It was nice to actually do something, like give a fuck about that. So it was actually kind of interesting. It was kind of fun. And that's something I really hope. I hope the missions are not bland. This is something I have a huge issue with like RPG, MMOs, and now like with multiplayer and all that, because it tends to do this. Even Destiny did this, and I do not want to have to do some missions that are literally the same, and I don't want to do something that's simple, like too simple as shit. I like a challenge, and if you're gonna make a challenge, at least make it like make sense, because like honestly, I don't know, like during that mission after we went down there, it's not even a mission, but it's just something we found. But when we turned on the water pump down there, I was just starting to think, why are those guys trying to stop us from turning on the water pump? Why are they stopping the water pump? If you come down there and say, hey, we're just here to turn on the water pump, okay, you know what? I don't know why they would have a problem. What does us turning on the water pump do to them? The fact that they have to actually come and kill us, it's all kinds of like fucked up. But whatever, maybe like they saw us as like cash or loot, so it's cool. Now, let's get into the kind of campaign thing, because when it comes to multiplayer, my only hopes is that it has a lot of missions, a lot of multiplayer missions. I cannot wait to explore the shit out of this city. I hope it gives us a lot of opportunities to use tactical assaults on NPCs and also on actual other players as we go into the dark zone. I hope that it's I really hope the graphics do improve a little bit in the game. That's overall game. I'm talking about multiplayer first. And I actually do hope that it just the weapon. Actually, I almost forgot the weapons. I definitely know they're gonna have more weapons, because it would make no sense if they had like the amount of weapons they had. Honestly, I feel like the amount of weapons they had so far were kind of small, and the ammo capacity is way too huge for me to think, like quarantine area. But it's because I see this game and I'm thinking zombie game, even though it's not a zombie game. I gotta have that thought. The way they describe it makes it seem like it's a zombie game, but it's not a zombie game. Like, you're facing other humans and that's it. So I don't have a problem with that. It's just, it feels like I'm playing a zombie game. So when I see the ammo capacity, I just think, holy shit, I have a lot. I'm gonna be just fine out here. And then I'm like thinking, well, it's not like I'm facing zombies where I'm dumping like bullets for days, so whatever. Now let's jump into the multiplayer. When it comes to multiplayer, I'm actually kind of hoping, there's a nice story. I hope the story's actually good. I hope they let us learn why the quarantine is going in. If there has been leaked information about the quarantine, I should have done the research on that part and actually looked it up, but I didn't because, fuck it. So I'm actually kind of hoping the fact that they do have an explanation, or they will have an explanation for why the quarantines happen. And I'm hoping that, maybe we can find a possible cure. And guess what? Something bad happens, so we have to go try to make the cure ourselves. And if there is a cure, is it really gonna work? What if it doesn't work? If it doesn't work, then hey, if that's the ending, shit, that fucking sucks for us, I guess. And I actually do hope the story is really great. If the story sucks, I'm gonna be disappointed. I really am. I don't want to have another disappointment. I really don't, because I remember a few years ago when Destiny was first coming out, and I was all excited. My best friend wasn't even as excited, but he got it, and I was like, oh my god, it's right here. And I played it, like he played it, and the graphics were beautiful to me. And okay, it wasn't beautiful, but it was really good. It was better than I thought, and it was like really nice. I was thinking, ooh, the colors are awesome. and then eventually I started playing. I thought, oh, it's kind of fun, blah blah blah. And then, you know, the grinding started happening, and then eventually there was a part where I finally faced the final boss of the base game before, you know, they even had DLC or expansion, whatever. And I was thinking, wow, this is really disappointing. This was the final boss? Really? Are you serious? And I was really fucking pissed. I was really disappointed. So I'm hoping we do not have a Destiny 2.0 with this game. I'm hoping I don't have a whole bunch of hype for absolutely nothing, because my friends are actually kind of hyped for it. And when I see one person excited, it makes me somewhat excited. And I do not want to get excited for an absolute failure. I do not like failures. I do not like disappointments. And if this game comes in as a huge disappointment, it will both make me have trust issues with like Ubisoft, whatever the hell you pronounce it. It'll give me like trust issues with Ubisoft, and it would just honestly tick me off. Now, I know Ubisoft actually has this recent thing kind of going where they, well, not recent, but I know in Assassin's Creed Unity, they have this weird glitch kind of thing, and I'm hoping that there's no glitching out in the actual game, because actually, I don't know if I already threw it up there, but one of my friends got glitched into a faucet. Not a faucet, but like the sewer drain or whatever. He's, you know, we were underground turning on the water pump, and he got stuck in the water pump. Like, it was funny. It was actually really funny, but at the same time, I see why it could be annoying if we were to actually play on actual like multiplayer servers, if we're in the middle of a mission and we end up getting stuck in something, or someone gets stuck in something, we could really use their help. And I really do hope they actually make sure they can fix any possible glitch or errors like that before the game comes out, because this does not just affect multiplayer. I know I went back to multiplayer instead of talking about campaign, but it can affect campaign as well. Same thing happened to me, for example, in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I was playing the story, quote story, end quote, and then I was just, you know, I was using a door as a shield. I was being smart, and then I died while from behind while holding the door shield thing, whatever. And then for some reason, when I spawned in, I'm holding the door shield and I'm stuck. I can't move anywhere. I'm just gonna chill there and I can't go anywhere. I can't even turn around. So what the fuck? So I really do hope they do not have any glitches like that where we can get stuck, and I don't want to fall inside of a wall or inside of a fucking drain, a pipeline, or a building, because if I do, I will honestly be very disappointed. I want to give this game a high rating when I do a review on it. I want to be able to give it a great rating for it, because Battlefield 4 got a 4 out of 10 when it first launched, because it was just so fucking bad. It released too early and it had issues. Honestly, if the Division beta, or not the beta, if the Division needs to have a setback, you know, to fix and tweak things, they should definitely take it. I understand people are saying, oh, but this is when it comes out. But hey, guess what? If you still have errors, if you still have issues in the development, and with the game itself, with the glitches and all this, and weapon balance and all this, take the chance to like just say, hey, we're gonna set this back real quick. We need to still fix some shit. And honestly, yeah, you know, first I'm gonna be like, damn it, but guess what? In the end, it's gonna be better, and it's not gonna be a disappointment. Like, so far, I have so many games to be a huge disappointment to me, and I do not want to have that. First, it was Advanced Warfare. No, first it was Battlefield 4. Then it was Advanced Warfare. Then Battlefield Hardline. And then there was just other games after that, Destiny, and it just keeps getting worse for me, and I do not want that to happen. I honestly want to have a good gaming year. Last year was not that great of a gaming year. This year I have high hopes. There's the Division, you know, so far Call of Duty Black Ops 3, hey, that game is fucking fun. I actually have a fun time playing Call of Duty again. Before, I didn't have that much fun. And now at this point, now when I rage, it's because people are just playing like people. They're playing, you know, it's not my, like, you know, it's not the game's fault. It's the way the people play at this point. And, you know, I can't get mad at the game itself. I get mad at how people play now, instead of the game being retarded or anything. Unless I lag, it's not the game, it's just my internet. So either way, I'm not even mad at the game like I was with Advanced Warfare. So it's just amazing. It's just great. And I'm actually hoping I have this feeling when I play the the Division. I'm hoping I enjoy playing every bit of it. I hope this is a game that I don't mind when people say, hey, you want to play this? I can just be like, yeah, sure. You know, because I want to have a game where it actually takes me away from Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty, the reason why I play it a lot is because I actually find it enjoyable right now. I actually have a challenge that I seek, that I actually want. At this point, other games to me are just, hey, I'm going to take a break from Call of Duty because, you know, this guy was pissing me off. And then I jump to another game that pisses me off, like Battlefield Hardline. But the reason why I'm trying to get back into Battlefield Hardline is because I want to actually give it a chance more, because I feel like I didn't give it too much of a chance. I did play it a lot, not even a lot, but when it came out, excuse me. Okay, I did buy it. I played it for a couple of days. It was fun a little bit, of course, with Battlefield. I'm not really good at Battlefield games for some reason. It's just not my style because I'm an aggressive person and usually people are far away from me. And when you're far away from me, you have the advantage. I'm a great sniper in that game for some reason. So, hey, I'm honing my sniper skills, I guess. So, I'm doing just playing these games, and I want to be able to have a game that can actually be a main game to me as well. Because right now, Call of Duty is my main game. And then right now, I want the beta, not the beta, the Division. I keep calling it the beta because that's why I refer it to. But the Division, I want it to be my main game too. I want it to be my second main game I play. I want to actually struggle deciding whether or not to play Call of Duty or the Division. I want to actually have to flip a coin on it because I do not know which one I want to play, which one I'll finally enjoy. I want this game to be so good to the point where I actually have to make a schedule on when I play this game and when I play Call of Duty, just so I can make it easier on myself on the decision making. And this is really what I'm hoping for when the Division does come out on the system. Ubisoft, if you see there are errors, if you see there is something wrong with the game, if you see gameplay where someone's fucking something up, you should take the time to go fix it immediately and not even just make us suffer and just realize this is fucking stupid or hilarious. And I know Ubisoft, I know how you work with your thing where you don't kill people, but okay, this is both hilarious and fucked up. But why are we unable to kill civilians and we are able to kill dogs? I found it hilarious. But honestly, what I think you should do is let someone allow us to kill civilians. Now, I know this is fucked up saying, oh, whatever, but you can just give them a bad rep. You can make them have a reputation, this person's known for killing fucking just innocent people. Hey, just leave it as another status, the reputation, known as being good, as a holy person, or just being the fucking Satan of the streets of New York. It's just perfect. It seems like a fun thing to do. That means I'm able to kill civilians, but at the same time, I can decide whether or not I want to be careful or aggressive, if I care about the lives or not. Because honestly, this game's about you being the hero that this city needs, but not the one. I don't know. The hero the city needs, but not right now or some shit. I don't know. My friend's been saying that a lot recently for some reason. But anyway, altogether, I think you should allow us to kill civilians just as a excuse to use reputation. Hey, this person's very careful, he's very honorable, he doesn't really attack the innocent, and he just takes out the bad guys because he's nice like that. Or have a guy who has a bad rap and say he's really aggressive, really reckless, doesn't really care about his surroundings, but he gets the job done. That's all he's worried about. And hey, right there, you can just do so much with that. It'll be actually interesting. It'll decide whether or not if you want to play or another person wants to play with another individual. It'll actually make this person decide. Do the same thing for dogs because people love dogs. If you can kill dogs, hey, that's freaking awesome. I find it hilarious actually. As long as I don't find cats, because I love cats and I know I'm gonna end up killing this cat because I'm a jerk like that. But if you're gonna allow this to happen, just make sure you have, of course, a little penalty if they kill someone. Don't do the whole fucking bullshit like Assassin's Creed where, oh, your ancestors didn't kill blah blah blah, then you fade away after killing 3. No, that's BS. Just say, hey, this person has a bad rep. Put him on the meter as a red arrow, and then someone can hunt him down in the dark zone if they see him, and then they can kill him, and then they get his loot. It makes it more interesting. If he's a threat to killing civilians and he's a bad rep, highly bad reputation, just mark him on the map. It makes it a punishment for killing civilians and not being careful. And I think it's actually kind of cool. It makes them realize, okay, maybe I shouldn't kill civilians. Maybe, it'll give us a reason why we don't want to kill civilians. Me being unable to kill civilians just because Ubisoft says so actually makes me upset. Wow, that's actually no reason to. But anyway, another thing this game could definitely work on is the actors, the voice actors. Honestly, they are stale. They're boring. I don't like any of their voices so far. They're very generic. They're basic bitches. And it's like they went to some lady outside and they're like, hey, can you just yell into this mic really loud as if there was a helicopter? And she was like, what? Just pretend. And she has no idea what's going on and she yells and then they were like, a little bit more than that, and she does it again and it still sounds shitty, but they're like, fuck it, we'll take it. Yeah, the voices, they're generic, they're boring. It's like they got a machine and they were just adding dialogue onto it and just repeated exactly what you typed in. Like once you typed it in the sentence and you said enter, that's what it said. That's exactly what Faye sounds like. That's what generic other, or not even generic character, but that's what other characters sound like. I don't remember their names already because, you know, I remember Faye because she kept yelling and I was like, shut up, I really don't like your voice. And yeah, she's a badass, I guess. I mean, like, her right eye is kind of fucked up. Like, I don't know why you're there. You lack depth perception. I think you should go get that checked out. And honestly, I just don't like Faye. Faye is just not, her voice just doesn't do me. It's just not good. And that says a lot because she looks like an Asian chick and I am so cool with Asian chicks. Anyway, another thing. Character design for Faye did kind of bother me because I understand they do not want to over-sexualize women and this kind of thing. I know it's a thing that we don't want, but I can't even tell if Faye's a dude or a chick, and the only way I'm able to tell that it's a chick is the fact that it has a girl's name and it has a girl's voice, and that's about it. Honestly, Faye even looks like a dude somewhat, so that says a lot. It, like, I don't know if it's because of the way the graphics are or something, because Ubisoft, the way they kind of make their games, you know, I can't judge them. Like, they don't have bad graphics. I just feel like these graphics could be better, but this is just the beta, so who knows, maybe the actual game will have phenomenal graphics. But in my opinion, I believe that this game should have a little bit better graphics, but at the same time, I understand it's a big city. It's pretty much like an MMO RPG, like once more, like FPS, or not even FPS, but third-person shooter actually, and it's like, it's a big world. I understand why the graphics cannot be that great, but I was actually expecting a little bit more. I was expecting it to be a little bit more impressive than what we have. The animations though are really great. I actually do find the combat really fun, and I actually do think this game has potential to be really good. But right here, I'm already going to say this game is not going to be successful in pulling away people to start playing this game more. It's not going to be a great game. I feel like this game, it's not going to be a great game. I feel like this game is going to be Titanfall 2.0 or 3.0. Depends how you look at it, because some people say Destiny was 2.0. And I feel like this game will be Titanfall 3.0 because I feel like Destiny was 2.0. Just a disappointment. I feel like this game is going to do so many things that are great, but at the same time have so many fuck ups, so many things wrong with it, to the point where I just won't be able to play it that much anymore because I'm just so disappointed. And I really hope this game does prove me wrong. I want this game to prove me wrong. The reason why I feel like this game is going to disappoint me, because so far every game I have been excited for have just been a failure so far. And I actually do hope that this game does prove me wrong. I hope this game makes me feel like an asshole for saying that it was going to fail. And I really do hope that this game does succeed on making me have to flip a damn coin or make a goddamn schedule to decide to play this or Call of Duty. Because if this game does not do that, then it is completely a failure to me and just a side game. And I do not want that. This game is something I want to be great. This is something I want to make me impressed. Something I want to make me happy whenever I come home. I want to be able to come back from work and just be like, you know what, let's play some Division. And then just slay bodies that day. Actually, no, I don't want to say, you know what, I want to play Division. I want to come in and say, well, time to play Division. Like, that is all I want to say. Because when I say, well, I guess I'll play Division, then that means, you know, I just don't feel like playing Call of Duty. I don't want to have that thought. I want to come in and just say, well, time to play the Division, and boom, that's immediately, I want to have that kind of sentence, because that's the kind of sentence I have whenever I decide to play Call of Duty, or whenever I just want to watch YouTube videos, you know, maybe Netflix and chill by myself. Like, that's the kind of sentence I say when I'm full of confidence in this thing I'm doing, and the thing that I want to be able to do. And I want this game to perform the same exact way. If this game does disappoint me, you know, so what? You know, it's gonna be upsetting, and you know, I hope they don't pull a Battlefield 4 where it's like a 4 out of 10 game, and then it gets better over time. Because that is exactly what Battlefield 4 was. That's exactly what Destiny was. It was a complete just a disappointment, and then it became better as time went on. And that does not improve the score to me personally. That's why Destiny is a 6 out of 10 game. That is why Battlefield is a 4 out of 10 game. Because they started out with such disappointment, such a really, really bad just game. And then, well, 6 out of 10 is not bad. It's above average, just a little above average. But it started out such a disappointment, maybe a bad game. And then as time went on, it became really good. Battlefield 4 is now technically, in my eyes, a 8 out of 10 game if it would launch the way it did, like the way it is now. Like, that game is great right now. And then Destiny with, you know, the Taken King, and then now I don't even know what else is happening with like Destiny at all. I have not been updated with it. But with the Taken King, when that came out, it then became like an 8 out of 10 game because there was more story. Well, air quote story, end quote. So this is something I'm hoping we do not have with the Division. I hope it doesn't come in balls deep and then just be really short. And the only reason it's able to go balls deep is because it's really short, really disappointing. It's like, it's like when you see a girl and you're just thinking, oh wow, she's really nice. She looks really nice. And then you go talk to her and then she's like suicidal. It just disappoints you because you're like thinking, damn, I thought this girl would have high self-esteem being this pretty. I thought she would have been just, fine. And obviously what you want to do is you want to help her. You want her to succeed. You want to help her be able to, right? Like, be the best that ever was. And that is what you're actually hoping. And that is how I'm feeling about this game. I feel like when this game comes out, first right now I'm playing the beta. I'm getting to know her a little bit. I'm getting to know her. She's pretty nice. And then when the game comes out is when I get to really know her. And then turns out if she's suicidal, I'm gonna be disappointed and I want to help her get better. But I don't want to have to do that, honestly, because not because it's too much work, but because that's the whole point of the beta. The whole beta is to help her already, to solve any problems that needs to be done, to help her become the best that ever was, to help her be happy by the time you get to really know her. You want to be the reason why she's happy before you get to know her. When she comes out, when I say she comes out, I mean like the Division. When the game comes out, you want her to just be like, hey, guess what? Before I met you, I was suicidal and really depressed. But because you helped me, before I even said anything, I am now really happy because of you. And that's how I want to feel about this game. I want to feel like I just helped a suicidal person. I don't know what that feels like. I don't know if that was a good analogy or not. It's weird. When I say it out loud, it makes sense to me. But to other people, it might be fucking nonsense what I'm saying. I'm blabbering on about absolutely nothing. But honestly, what I'm just saying is I want this game to be fixed before it is broken. Or not before it's broken, but just before you try to give it to us broken. And that is something I do not want to have. It's like when you get me a toy from Toys R Us. Like, I'm not expecting, if you're gonna give me an action figure, I expect like the leg and arms and head to be there, the torso. If you just come into me and you give me a action figure and for some reason, like, okay, cool, we're missing an arm and then the left arm's a Hulk arm for some reason to this WWE star, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck did you get me this for? And it has like a Barbie head. I'm gonna be fucking confused. I'm gonna ask you, where'd you get this shit? And you're gonna say, oh, I got it from Toys R Us, but I tripped and fell and now, it got all kinds of fucked up. I'm gonna just think, dude, what the fuck did you get me this for then? Like, there was no point. But anyway, that's all I have to say for this game. Just don't be a disappointment. Ubisoft, I swear to God, if you give me another disappointment, I'm going to have huge trust issues with you. And I already do have huge trust issues with the gaming community. And not just the gaming community itself, but the game developers and games coming out. And there's a lot of games coming out this year that I'm actually excited for a little bit. And I actually do hope that I enjoy thoroughly. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, cookies and milk. And I will see you guys next time on another episode of Comments and Thoughts. I will see you guys next time. Peace.